Now, daily ninja show. If this is your first time, I'll leave a video at the end of how I think you should be building a portfolio going forward, of which these ninjas we're going to go through a part of it depending on your risk profile. Okay, and I have a new format for existing people, so I'm just going to go by commodity or area. Okay, so we kick it off with the king, gold. So nothing stopping him. Just a few of the ninja ETFs. So there's the miners, MNRS, on the ASX, your big gold producers. I mean, we're buying down. I mean, this thing, it's going to keep going up. My preference is this one, GDXJ, on the American market. That's going up. If you don't have a gold stock, Northern Star is the biggest one, so get yourself on it. AIS, so this is a good it's still a buy, but it's an example of well, it's a subscriber, he asked me to do it. An example though of what the type of setup that I'm looking for, which is this wedge, consolidate, break, and get one of those. So there, that's what the risk is looking for. Okay, so let's get into it. So ADV, so Canada, Explorer, ARV, Artemis, so Explorer in WA. Then we got AWJ, so Auric, so they're a gold producer. And we got Bez, so they're drilling in Malaysia. And we got Barton Gold, so they're a producer. So I'm just trying to go through the ones that like haven't run. BGL, so this is a pretty big boy, nice deposit, high grades. Gateway Mining, so that was one that, well, it was on this week and it's run. Ha was another one put on earlier this week, that's run. Horizon, okay, so they're a small gold producer turning into a big one. Kaiser Reef was one we put on, so that's still, they're a producer. Kingston KSN, so a small copper gold. And we got Levato, so they got a antimony gold project, just consolidating nicely there. MI6, so they just acquired a gold project, big capital raise, 200 mil, breaking out. PDI, so that was put on this week, that's a big producer. PSL, so they got a 1 to 3 million ounce resource, so that's probably will consolidate at these highs. Roxy, okay, so there's the nice cup and handle. So a lot of these, there's not many of these gold ones are down in the squeezy, but they're still going to run. So yep, that's life. Savannah Goldfields, well, that's a bit of a squeezy one. So they're looking at restarting gold production. Tesoro Gold, so they got it in Chile, open pit. Challenger, CEL, so they're looking at starting. So I probably should put an official buy there so that I get in trouble. Then we've got SNG. So they're an explorer in New Zealand. So these are new ones for today. And Emerald. So I've had a few goes at Emerald, but he's probably worth another go, about to take out. So he's a big producer. Alright, so there, all the gold ones. So if we go to copper, so we got, this is the wire ETF on the ASX, your big copper producers. We're buying down here. As I said, it's like gold. I don't think it's going to crash, so up to you. These are the CopJ. This is your more mid-tier copper producers. All these guys are in it, but it's on the US. It's going to keep going up. Okay, so locally, so we've got AMI, the copper gold producer. We've got AZY and TEPA, copper gold, COD. So they're drilling next door to BHP. Just doing that's a bearish candle there, but if it gets broken, it'll rocket. So obviously waiting for some drill results. CY5. So they're a copper gold developer. CYM. So they're targeting production mid-2026. Hot Chili. It's got through that $1 now. So they're 2030 production. M79. So they're in copper gold in Canada. And Firefly. So another copper gold in Canada. Alright, so that's all our copper ones. So then we go to a bit of uranium action. So the ETF we have on the ASX is URNM. So that's just sitting at the highs here. That's got all your Kamiko and Kaza really. And then there's URNJ on the US, which has your medium term producers. If you just want to go local, then Paladin's did a capital raise at $7, so that's good buying for those who did it. But you can see that's at resistance. So producer solid. Then we've got Explorer, so AGE looking nice. We've got Lot looking nice. And look at this one. So this is what can happen when it can just sit, bang. Look at that. Exciting days. I wasn't in that one. Okay, so now we've got our rare earths. So we don't have a rare earth ETF, so you got to go over to the US again for REMX. So some Arafura, that was one we put out this week. ASM, another one this week, still looking good. CRI, so they're rare earths, tungsten explorer, nice wick there. Has, so that's done well this week, big volume. MEI, let's put on this week, it's a Rick Rule favourite, looks good now, ready to go. It's going. VML, so they're rare earths in Canada, so a bit of volume there. I think once it breaks that, it'll go. VMM, South America's first rare earth project, looking good. And ARR. That was just put on today. So that looks like it's ready to pop there. So they're in one of the largest rare earth discoveries in North America. Lovely little pennant there. Okay, so that's rare earths. Alright, so okay, on to my girlfriend. So Miss Silver. So I thought she was going to have a go last night. Look at that. Just for people who've never seen the history in the making here. It's been 1980. It was at $50. And look at it now. This is 1, 2, and look at all those rounded bottoms. Okay, so we went up to $49.50. It's come back. It's tested this break here, so that's good. Nice long wicks here. You're seeing it get it bought up. So tonight might be the night. Let's see. So we don't have a silver ETF, so you got to go for my girlfriend SilJ in the USA. Is it like at resistance? No. SilJ's just getting the party boots on. So the closest thing you can get is this XMET, which has it's got some big silver producers in there along with some big copper. Is it going to go higher? I'd say so. So locally, you got BHM. So they've a big old mine, zinc, lead, silver. They've just started processing. So at least they're making money. IVR. So that's still good. I like the guy who's behind this. He's built mines before. He's not a geologist. We've got this RCM. So they've got a good project. Their charts, people don't really. Anyway, they haven't run yet, and it's a big silver project. So in New South Wales. So it hasn't gone yet. And the West Coast Eagles, West Coast Silver. Okay, so they haven't ripped yet either. So they're drilling. So that looks like pretty good support there. Okay, so what's next? Okay, and then we got, we do a bit of, so nickel. So nickel is in that wedge, in that nice, this is the nickel price, not a stock. So in terms of stocks, we've got a big boy. So we've got NIC, Nickel Industries. So they're a producer. They look, I just added that one today. So that's actually making money. South 32. So South 32 is actually in the King MVR. That's the ETF, which should be the basis of everyone's portfolio going forward. So they're like a base metals, nickel, silver, lead, zinc. So that's a big boy. Okay, then we got some little boys, little girls. So BSX, nickel copper project in Vietnam, starting next year. Looks nice. Caspin. So they're a tin, gold, nickel, copper, cobalt, PGEs, and rare earths all in one. Wonderful. Then we got Centaurus. So they're a project in Brazil, looking nice. And then Chalice, CHN, nickel, copper, PGE, platinum in WA. So they're all starting to break out. And then we got a bit of graphite. Graphite's having a go. Eventually, all the resources, commodities, are going to go. That's why the King MVR needs to be. He's the rock solid, and then you tilt him either way with your ninjas, which the ninjas are what I'm talking about. So a graphite project in Tanzania. There's that shooting star. Once that breaks there, it's going to rip. And we got SYR, Syra Resources. So I went early. Usually I'd wait for a break, or even a break and to come back, retest. But I just think, graphite's got a green light at the moment. World's largest graphite mine. And then we got RNU. So they're graphite development, South Australia, poking its head up. Okay, then we got iron ore. Iron ore is probably not going to rip. It's a metals ripping future, I think. We're not building buildings, we're building data centers and all that stuff. And but Grange Resources is in that space, and it's got the wedge and the break, the consolidate and the up. And we've got our tin man. So tin's going off too. Lovely rounded bottom, that's going to go. And we've got a bit of manganese action, paying a 6% div too. God. Okay, then we've got a bit of mining services space. So we've got MSV. Yeah, looking good. SX, Southern Cross Electrical Engineering, SXE, looking good. And we got IMD, Imdex. So they're a bit of technology solutions for the global mining industry. So giddy up. And then we got DNL, Dino Noble. This is a new one I added today, actually. So they're in that explosive business. Yeah, they used to be Incitec Pivot. So that's just breaking up. Alright, then we got some oil action. Now I'm not really bullish on oil just yet. I think it's going to be range bound for a while because of Trump. He wants lower oil, but I don't think it's going to crash because they need $60 to make money. But we've got this QPM Energy. So they break, consolidate. So they're a gas producer. And we've got this Beetaloo Energy. So that's breaking out after consolidation. So they're an explorer in Northern Territory and produce in US. Okay, so then we got gold's cousins, platinum. So platinum's, you see that's the long-term picture. Platinum's going up. You can buy an ETF, ETP, MPT that just has platinum. Palladium, just breaking out. There's your perfect little sort of wedge consolidate. That's gonna rip. ETP MPD is the ETF. Well, I don't. But this is like, if you're not in anything, this is not a bad one. ETP MPM, got gold, silver, platinum, palladium all in one. If you want to buy a stock, then there's Zimplats. So they're a South African platinum producer. And then okay, now we got a bit of tech action. So ATech, that's our top tech stocks. DTech, so these are on the ASX. Defense, global defense stocks. Crypt, that's your Coinbases, like your crypto backbone, not Bitcoin. Semiconductors, they look like they're going to rip too. Semi. Okay, then in terms of individual stocks, we got 88 just poking its head up there. Brain chip poking its head up. Hazer Group, they got some technology with natural gas. So Ray's still making the right moves, not too late. And we've got Senitas, so that's still high tech stuff. Have a look at it if you're interested. But that looks like that's going to break. Weebit. Okay, so these are all put on as buys. AV1. So they're a traffic AI platform for digital fraud prevention. Looking good. PLY. Playside. Actually, this is a new one today. So they're a video game developer and purchaser. So it looks like they're just waking up. And one from my dividend list, which I thought I'd add, because Data, IT wholesaler, pays a nice div and the chart's looking good. Alright, and we got okay, a bit of healthcare action. So we've got the Cure ETF on the ASX. It's a biotech ETF, looking good. In terms of stocks, we got CYP breaking out, bit of stem cell stuff. Demerix, DXB, looking for one of these repeat patterns there. Then we've got Mesoblast. So they're so again in that medical section. And Paradigm, developing treatment for chronic inflammation, breaking out. And then last but not least, we got the Lithium boys and girls. So we don't have one on the ASX, so you got to go to America for LitP. Locally, we've got CRR. And we got DLI. And we got... Okay, so this is again another buy we had this week. A few of them turned out pretty good. So there's that. That's the pattern we're looking for. That wedge, that consolidate, then bang. Sometimes you just got to sit there though. And that's the painful thing. Oh, that reminds me. If you're sitting on a dog, just sell it and move into. There's plenty of exciting things on here, as you can see. If you want me to have a look at whether I think it's got any up and go, something sitting on, they just send us a message. JLL, Liontown, LTR, so that's a big boy. So they're actually producing. OCN, Lithium in Brazil. PFE, Lithium in America. And then Wildcat Resources. So they're lithium in WA and New South Wales. So they're just consolidating there. All right, that's your daily wrap. Gives you feedback on the new structure and anything you want to see going forward. Otherwise, have a good day and go silver tonight, $50.